Us today, we got Joe, Trigger Joe Britson.
All right, let's go.
Oh! To try to get a matchup with a gun. Oh! Goes the lead! Francis is gunning!
Well, this is just a fist. When I start throwing it around, I can leave one hell of a mess. Let's dance.
Multiple occasions. Wow, it looks like they're going to swing to the very end.
And he wasn't kidding.
Wow!
It's very rare.
What a finish! Another one.
It really poses the question, what do you want to do? Do you want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out?
Oh my God!
Oh my God.
Trying to take care of business, trying to get to goal. It's a knockout! Oh my! It's a knockout!
And it's closing in, trying to finish it, and it's over!
Because I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to whop you on that side of your face. There's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Buck is brought to you by Modelo.
I killed it!
And we have a new nickname. Okay, we have William Send It 7 Pearson. All right, other than that, we used to call him Willie Pete. We used to call him the Mad Russian.
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby!
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough. Bitch.
Wow! How good is this?
Finish him!
Another one.
Everybody gets triggered. It's just if you become a pansy. That's in the Book of Earl.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
You called down the thunder, well now you got it.
You gotta be very careful.
This is the Veteran Trash Talk Sports Betting Show with your hosts, Trigger Joe, Send It 7 Pearson, and the Big Earl. UFC, NFL, if it's on, we're betting on it.
All right, look, Elevated Hemp Solutions has bought in to our system and to our mission. So go to Elevated Hemp Solutions, put in the code VTT25 off. Happy Place Hemp, all that stuff. Get off opioids, Delta 8 CBD gummies. Do it.
Do it. Do it.
All right. What's up, Trash Talkers? We're here. I don't know if I nailed that or not. We'll find out later. I'm sure Muffin Fingers will let us know. As you can see, I got a green screen. Joe still hasn't stepped up to that level yet. He doesn't care that much, but I do. All right. And I even sent him an Amazon code for, it was like 60% off on a lightning deal. He fucked it up. Anyway, so Happy Place Hemp is what's behind me. And what else you see on the screen is the Veterans Mortgage Source. Again, both of these companies have bought into the mission and want to help us spread the word and get the community as large as we can. Because veterans, we're the only ones that are really going to take care of each other. Doesn't matter. You can scream at the VA all you want. All right. But we have a lot of people that want to jump in the game and get after it. And another one of those is 10th Mountain Whiskey. All right. 10th Mountain Whiskey gives us the good stuff. Okay. So go in there and put a VTT. All right. And get yourself a discount on 10th Mountain Whiskey as well. And then we have Barrage Coffee with Kyle Early. All right. Make sure that you go check him out. And he's got a great thing going on. Lots of veterans sell coffee. Lots of veterans sell T-shirts. We don't care about the money. We care about the community. All right. Grow the community. And that way we can all help each other. And, you know, again, if we want to buy some lodges and stuff like that, you're going to need money. So buy the Triggered Pansy shirt, buy the Keep Calm, Stay Alive, the Keep Calm, Lay Suppressive Fire that Joe's
Make your arms bigger.
And there, I'm done with the sponsors. Right, Joe? Did I miss one? I don't know.
No,
right?
I think you got them all.
Okay, awesome. Anyways.
The ones that didn't, we'll just paratrooper that shit in.
We're missing Send It 7 Bill. All right. And again, he's dealing,
Yes,
they had a family loss and they're dealing with that. So our hearts and our prayers go out to the Pearson family and his wife. So we're thinking about you. Wish you were here. He did send us his picks. So those of you watching Gruntworks and Veteran Trash Talk, we're here to talk about UFC. And then after that, we're going to talk about the NFL. Now, 2 weeks ago, all right, we made a lot of money on UFC. And in the last 6 months, we made a lot of money on UFC. So it would, if Bill was here, behoove you to listen.
I mean, we'd have a command sergeant major saying it.
I mean, is the command sergeant major says it would behoove you to listen to me. And he's actually trying to take your money. He's not trying to take your money. All right, like UCMJ, that's what captains do. All right. But anyways, let's get down and dirty with UFC.
Mm-hmm.
The Underwear Fighting Championship, as I used to call it. Now, I like to call it the unlimited supply of cash for my drinking game after how much we've been making off these picks. Now, I doubt Bob Memory's watching, and I doubt Barstool Sports is watching, but you should have us on because we're better than everybody else you got. And even the clown picks are better than what you got. And I pick off bullshit.
You know, it's just because they're not digging deep enough. That's all there is. They haven't found us yet. They will.
They got too much going on that they don't even really care if they pick a winner or not. I mean, I'm sure that.
I saw Portnoy lose fucking $60,000 on the Jake Paul Tyron Woodley card, literally. So I mean, he picks for fun.
So if you're watching, say hi, say where you're from. If you want to comment on Gruntworks, I'll hear about it through Muffin Fingers in the back, our fake Asian. And I'm monitoring VTT, and so is the face man down there, it looks like. So he's watching as well. So comment and say hi, say where you're from. Ask Joe some questions about the fights, and when the NFL comes out, go ahead and ask us as well. The first fight is Muffin Fingers ready back there. The first fight is a middleweight fight. All right, and you got Joaquin at 12-4 versus Arroyo at 9-4. Now, remember, Trash Talkers and Gruntworks Nation. By the way, I forgot that part. Hey, if you go to our store, go to gruntworksclothing.com or go to mute your mic if you're going to be playing with your dick all day.
Mute your face.
So go to gruntworksclothing.com or shop.veterantrashtalk.com and put in the code VTTGW. All right, and you get yourself a discount as well. So go buy all this stuff. It's awesome. All right, the first fight, and I thought really, really long and hard about it. And again, don't listen to my picks unless you want to make a lot of money off of stupidity. All right. I pick based off a name and their jawline. That's all I care about. And sometimes what country they're from. That's about it. Now, Joe and Bill, they actually understand the sport, and that's actually the greatest sport, and they'll give you the money picks. So me thinking about this fight, I thought about, when you have kids and you watch The Book of Life, all right, and you see the great warrior in that movie. What's his name, Joe? You tracking? You ever seen The Book of Life, Joe? You have to unmute your mic, Joe. You have to mute your mic and put the camera in your face.
I've seen it.
Okay.
I've seen it. I just can't remember that. I couldn't remember.
Fucking Joaquin.
Some kid with a fucking grape leaf over his junk.
It's Joaquin, all right? And Joaquin comes into every fight yelling out his name. And that's exactly what's going to happen in the second round. In the second round, all right? Joaquin is going to do one of those where he jumps off the cage and punches you, and he's going to yell, Joaquin, as he does it. Second round knockout, Joaquin, cage punch. Write it down. Joe, who do you got in this fight?
Dude, honestly, it's actually a tough one. You know, you're going shorty against the tall guy. Arroyo is 6'3". Joaquin's 5'11".
How'd that work out for you?
What's that now? I mean, you didn't do a whole lot of damage.
I mean, I did.
But,
I separated your shoulder.
Sure you did. How'd you do that again?
Put you on the ground.
Did you? All right. It was a hell of a takedown. But I got Buckley by decision. I think he's going to do enough. I don't really like this fight in a betting. It's just the 6'3" against the 5'10". This is what I'm going to stay away from on my card, but I'll take Buckley by decision based on the wars he's been through and how athletic and powerful he is. But man, if this guy stays on the outside and pieces him up, I don't know that he can. I don't think he can get there. So I'll take Buckley by decision.
So again, he agrees with the Big Earl, because why wouldn't you? I based my fight pick off a Disney movie, and he's doing it off like fights. I don't know, but Disney's gonna win on this one. Disney always wins. So we'll go to the next fight, and it's a bantamweight fight, and it's another one of my favorite fighters is Manass. All right, so Manass at 13-1 versus Tony Gravely at 21-6. Now, hey, Joe, before I make I did a lot more research on this fight than you did, but is Manass new to the UFC?
He's got 2 fights. He's
two fights. So Gravely's not new, right?
No, Gravely's a little bit more of a grizzled vet. I got his profile right here. Hang on a sec. He's 29. He's got, you know what? He's actually rather new to the UFC also. He's only got 4 fights. He's 3-1 in the UFC. He's been subbed a lot, but he's got 9. Gravely's got a weird record, man. He's 21-6. He's got 9 KOs. He's never been KO'd. He's got 3 subs, but he's been subbed 3 times. I got a real problem with this fight. It's one of those ones where Bill and I kind of take a look at it and think, Vegas is sipping somebody's Kool-Aid when they shouldn't be. Yeah, I'm going to give you these stats. Manass is 5'10". Gravely's 5'5". Okay, Jason Whitehead was 5'5". Just to give you a little reference, 72-inch reach on Manass, and I know his name, but I'm saying Manass because Nick thinks it's funny. Gravely's he's giving up 3 inches. Gravely's a takedown guy, but Manass is 13-1. I think Vegas has this one wrong.
So who do you got?
I'm going Manass by decision.
All right. Well, I'm going a different route. All right, because like I said, I thought about it differently. And you got the old guy named Tony, and he's a little guy, right? So
Manass is older than Tony.
Well, you think about Mafia. I'm talking about in UFC, right? So he's
like Fat Tony DiNapoli, the guy who ran the fucking plumbers union in Bentonhurst, Brooklyn.
I'm just saying.
I'm sorry, I've been listening to Sammy the Bull Gravano's fucking podcast lately, and I can't help it.
A short guy named Tony. All right,
it's Fat Tony DiNapoli. He runs the fucking plumbers union. And
I gotta go with Tony. All right.
He's got a guy on staff named the Baker, by the way.
It's going to be a decision because obviously he just has to last, and then he's got the fight fixed. It's Tony, the little guy. All right, Tony, the little guy. You don't fight anybody named Tony who's below 6 foot. You just don't. All right, like everybody knows that from every Godfather movie that you could possibly think of. All right, so
Nick and I could never be made. All right, that's because we got the European blood in us. To be made, you got to be traced all the way back to the old country. I'm sorry, I got good fellas on you. Go ahead.
Yeah, he was in the 82nd Airborne, by the way, as well. So,
who's that?
Anyways, Hill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Hill. So remember the Goodfellas, the main character in Goodfellas, he was actually in the Deuce. Absolutely. So the next fight. So yeah, Joe's going with Manass, and he's going by decision, right?
Yes.
All right, so the next fight is a lightweight fight, and it's that guy's name, Shizuka Kanye. What is it? Sarakunye? How do you say the name?
Shaka Khan.
No, how do you say it for real?
I don't know.
Who knows? It's Sarakuin, whatever.
Sarukian.
All right, versus another weirdo. What's his name?
Gallegos.
Yeah. So
Gallegos.
You got the Greek freak, all right, Gallegos, all right, at 19-8, and you got Shizuka Khan at 16-2. All right. I'm gonna call it real simple. No euros for you, Guguros. All right. The freaking other guy from the hardest part of the world is gonna destroy you. All right, and it's gonna be fast. It's gonna be like a 30-second knockout. That's what the Big Earl's calling. Call it right now. Joe, what do you got?
Oof. He's coming from
Turkmenistan.
He's Armenian.
So he's from Southern California.
Well, the fact of the matter is he hates anybody who's not Armenian, and Gallegos isn't Armenian, so he's this foreign enemy for the moment. Dude, honestly, for the odds, I fucking hate this fight. Okay. Sarukian, he's got 10 finishes in 16 fights. 5 of them are knockouts. 5 of them are subs. Gallegos is a tough dude, man. I could see this one going to the decision, and unless you bet Sarukian and in the right round, you're not going to get good money on this. This guy's a minus 800 favorite. But you know what? Miradov was a minus 500 favorite and got knocked the fuck out in 17 seconds and screwed up everybody's parlay.
Yeah.
So it happens.
Yeah.
I got
Muffin Fingers. You got problems with the screen or what? You got the face man yelling at you in the chat. That's all right. He'll figure it out.
I got Sarukian. Man, hang on. Let me double tap Gallegos to see exactly what he's lost by. Just so I can give you the solid, because this one it's a weird fight. You know what? I'll take Sarukian, and I'm gonna go ahead and call him by sub round 1. Let's say he subs in round 1. Gallegos has been sub 4 times. That looks like where this guy likes to go. He likes to take him down. So I'm gonna go with the Armenian by first round submission.
That's what I called. I mean, hey, come on. And I did a super analysis on this, and I don't like Euros anymore, so I'm done with it. All right, because in Milwaukee we got good Euros. Anybody who's been in the Greek Quarter in Milwaukee, we got good Euros. Anytime I've been anywhere else in the military, been shit. All right, you gotta go to Arby's to get a crappy Euro. That's terrible.
You come to Greektown in Detroit, they'll get you.
All right, I think Muffin Figures finally figured out. Well, the only thing you're gonna get in Detroit is a fucking falafel with all the goddamn fucking guys. You got to go over there. What do we got here? Who did you guys pick for the title fights? Hey, Rick, we haven't got there yet. You calm yourself.
Who did we call for the title fights?
Yeah, we're not over there yet.
What title fight,
We're at the Greek fight. Hey, Muffin Fingers, you ready for the transition?
Listen, I'll be calling the title fights live from fucking Vegas next week. Just so you guys know, that's where Veteran Trash Talk is going to be at UFC 266. And I'm going to be poking the fucking bear until they answer us back.
Yes.
We're going to MGM Grand. We're going to 266. I'm going to be slapping fives with Nick Diaz and Robbie Lawler when they're coming down to the cage like I'm a kid again. And I'm going to be ripping my trip fund out of MGM's hand as I'm leaving the sports book, and I'm going to pay for the whole fucking thing.
Go buy the shirt. Quit being a triggered pansy. We didn't get to the finals yet.
Keep calm, Rick.
Yeah, hey, keep calm. Lay suppressive fire. No, hey, Rick, thanks for coming on. We have not picked the title fights yet. So far, in case you missed it.
Mainly because there isn't a title fight on this card, Bubba.
Right. Actually, I was going to bring that up later. But in case you missed it, we got Joaquin, we got Manass, and we got Chazukian. So now, Muffin Fingers, you ready for the next fight? We're going to a flyweight fight. All right, and it's a chick fight. Okay. Hey, I'm going to say this. Now, it might get me into a little bit of water with some of the people at WTF, but I'm not too worried about them. Why don't we let the women have their hair down?
Their hair down?
Yes. Like,
that'd be messy.
Exactly. That way we can have a legitimate woman fight. Right? Because,
that's the truth. Because
hear me out.
If you have that shit up in a ponytail, and she gets her left hand on it, you're getting machine gunned by the ponytail.
Right. And then,
Street fight.
so, again, I'm not trying to be sexist here. I'm just a man. But are we really...
Nick, what's the rule in the NFL if your hair hangs past your name tape?
It is free play.
You're fucking A-right. You
Right,
can be
so
taken down by it, ripped out by the scalped.
If we want
Calm
the
down,
baddest
Washington.
women on the planet, we need ones that can fight with their hair down. Because right now, if there's like when I was a bouncer and their girl came in and she had short hair, or like you could tell like she was like a rugby player, right? Which was still the best punch I ever heard was a bouncer was from a chick. And when you heard
bouncer in Milwaukee translates to a guy who gets a brat and a lot of PPR for free.
Well, so
Sit on a
again,
stool.
I was 6'3", 215 pounds. I was the smallest guy in the staff. I was collecting money at the door, and you just heard this. You heard it. It was a thump. It was a pop, right? And then you turn around, there was this chick laid out, and this other chick gets up, puts her coat on, and it says University of Wisconsin Milwaukee Rugby. And I was like, yes.
So the other chick, when she woke up, said, "Whoops."
Well, we were helping her look for her teeth, so it's like it's like if you got a girl with no hair in a bar, you probably don't mess with her because she's gonna kick your ass. So we're getting off track here. Flyweight fight: Lipsky 13-7 versus Mandy Baum 7-0. I don't know how you don't go with the Bomb. All right, the Bomb's gonna win. All right, and it's probably gonna be a decision because they weigh like 60 pounds. So nobody is there even going to be a hit that works? Joe, what do you got?
Man, I got Mandy Baum. She's undefeated.
This shit's easy to pick, guys. It's not hard.
Ariana Lipsky does not impress me. Man, I tell you, but Miranda Maverick also beat Macy Barber, and we still lost our asses on that bet. 80-30 significant strikes, and somehow the judges still saw that the other way. So female MMA is, and like Nick said, not trying to be sexist, it is very tricky. Whichever one's face isn't busted up at the end, because we look at females a certain way. When one of them's face is tuned up and the other one's been taken down and controlled the whole time, but she landed one punch, it happens. It does happen. But I like Mandy Baum, and I actually like her to finish. I like her in the second round TKO.
There you go. That's a good pick for you guys right there. Now to the next fight, the co-main, which is my and one of our marketer, Nick Packard. So go check out Nick Packard Management and all that stuff. He's a big fan of cute labia. All right, so if I say that name right, let's look at it on the phone there.
Well, the first four letters spell cute.
Cute.
The last four letters miss labia by one letter. So
that's all. Lots of guys miss the labia by 1 or 2 letters or inches or whatever. So anyway, so cute labia at 15-6 versus Devin Clark at 12-5. Now. Joe, actually, I write this down so that way I could monitor other stuff. I already have all the specs down. It's not a big deal. But so I write this down. And so those of you who don't know, we're a little bit late today because Joe couldn't turn his camera. And
we're gonna be all right.
I warned him. I was like, hey, you got about 15.
We're gonna be all right.
You got 15 seconds. You got
Still
15 seconds before I start busting your balls about it. And
not concerned one bit.
I didn't even start. And he already got triggered. So that's why we call him Trigger Joe. All right, Trigger Joe, off the handle, gone. Bye. All right, all rational thought.
I tell you what, if cute labia gets dropped like he did against Ankilov, you'll see Trigger Joe, because this is one of my locks.
So we got I got cute labia, all right, with a taint strike. All right, so a lot of you don't understand this about UFC, but is it illegal to make this kind of fist? So it's a reverse hammer fist, right? To the taint. That's not a groin strike.
Van Damme did it. The Kumite.
He's below the balls, right?
It's a Kumite shot. You remember?
Frank Duke came with the uppercut.
Screams.
I'm going to go with the reverse hammer fist to the taint. And it's going to happen in the second round. All right, Joe, what do you got?
All right. So we got Nick's got cute labia by reverse hammer fist of the taint in a second. If you can find somebody to take that action, I'm pretty sure it'll be at plus 14,000.
That's it.
But you're right. Man, I hate saying this because this is Daniel's boy. Devin Clark's a good dude. Him and Daniel are good buddies. Coming out of Jackson Wink, but
Daniel ain't watching.
God Almighty! This guy's caught some bad ones, and he's taken some fights. For those of you that don't know Ion Kuchalaba, I'll say his name right for once on this show. He's a fucking lunatic. Listen, what they said about him on the show is it doesn't matter who you are. If you're the champion of the division, he will beat you in the first round. The first round will be his. He won't be denied. He's coming for your neck. And you got to knock him out like Ankalaev did. Ankalov's the only one that's ever done it. The first one doesn't really count because he was rope-a-doping him. The second one, yeah, he got planted. But he's, out of 15, he's got 12 knockouts. Devin Clark's laying down, and he's laying down early. And if you don't lay down money on the fact that Devin Clark's laying down, then you haven't been listening. If you haven't been listening to me, then you need to wake the fuck up because I'm on fire. Ian Kutalaba, first round knockout. No questions asked.
Yeah, so those of you who are new watching this, we do UFC pick'em, and then when NFL season comes on, then that's when I take
For those
over
of you
the
that are
expertise.
new watching this, you're welcome.
Yeah, and you're making free money.
Just listen and bet and thank me later.
Right. And again, at the end of the show for the UFC part, we'll do the locks and the parlays. Remember, when you bet parlays, you're probably going to lose them. Sometimes you win them. If you bet the locks, like I do in the NFL, I bet my locks, I bet my undercard stuff, and then underdog stuff, and getting the sports mixed up. So just pay attention at the end. We're going to tell you how to bet.
Don't go banana sandwich and bet an 8-fight parlay and then blame us.
Yeah, exactly.
Take my 3 locks, go with it, and you'll be fine.
Bet $25, build a bankroll. That's what we do. Start with like $100 a person. Now we're up to like $12,000. But anyways, so the main card, we got Smith at 35-16 versus Spahn at 19-6. Now, at the end of this fight, there will be a combined total of 23 losses. So I don't even want to pick this fight, Joe. I don't even want to do it. They seem like losers to me. And you know what? They've never beat me in the octagon, so I don't really care who they are. But
there's that.
There's chances are that if I fought any one of these two guys, I would still have less losses than them. And Joe's screen just turned off. I'm all alone. Anyways, I'm going to go, if I have to pick, I'm going to go Smith. And if Joe doesn't come back on in the next 10 seconds, then I'm going to have to do something about it. And then Muffin Fingers is already scrambling, getting a football promo ready and all that good stuff. But, hey, say hi. Say where you're watching from on Gruntworks or VTT. And remember, go to our store, shop.veterantrashtalk.com. Also go to gruntworksclothing.com. Put in the code VTTGW. Get yourself the discount. And then back there, as you can see, all right, Happy Place Hemp. All right, they're giving us 25% off. So go to Happy Place Hemp and order that. VTT, 25% off. Now, I am all alone. Joe is gone. Muffin Fingers, is that a problem? All right, but can we go to the NFL? All right, hey, so stick around, go get yourself a drink. We got some technical issues. All right, in about 2 minutes, NFL picks coming your way.
Hey! Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. E-double-L, I said so. I keep big bills up in my heart on the dirty like Bledsoe. Ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful. And I got plenty of bread, so I go to bed full line. In it to win it, I'm all in. I might call you my cuz, young blood, but we ain't kin. You think of jumping, man, you best think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go broke for revenge. Had some not so nice friends, kick the door off the hinge. Take the door off your bins, pop up off all of your friends. Man, please, this shit ain't cynical. Man, no subliminal, I'm physical, financial, and mental to be a general. Hey, the mama claims she want a soldier. Not the type be in the tank, but in that rover. Man, please, I'm in the zone like AIDS full blown. I'm killing it like a blind man reading. I'm feeling it like, oh, yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like, yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like, yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like, yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like, he think he got her when he knew he soft his butter. He ain't never been a fighter. You can go and ask his mother. I'm a lover and a fighter. Producer and a writer. Give your girl a quick fix and give your man a nice shiner. You know y'all don't really want it. And I can tell just by looking at you that you the type to run and go and tell just by looking at you. You on a mission for recognition by this.
All right, hey, we're back. Well, we're kind of back. So before we get into the NFL picks, Joe has lost the ability to capture himself on camera. We don't know how this is. He's called out Barstool. He's called out Bob Memory, and he can't even get his own face on the screen. Joe,
I'm calling him out for a fucking reason because I'm killing anybody picking for them.
Hey, that's cool.
So pay me.
So who do you got? You got Smith or Spahn?
I got Smith. I got him winning by decision.
All right, Smith by decision. Now we would like to deliver that with some gusto, but we can't because Trigger Joe is not on camera. So Joe, give us your parlays. Give us Bills parlays. Give us Bills locks, and then go give them your locks. Go.
Dude, my locks are Kutalaba. I like Chizurkian, the Armenian, over Gallegos by decision. Mandy Bohm, and then son of a biscuit. There was one Bill and I had agreed on, but Kutalaba and Mandy Bohm are definitely my locks. Mandy Bohm is also my DraftKings sleeper because she's plus 100 right now. So take her.
All right. Hey, let me hit at you real quick with Bill's picks. Bill's big parlay. All right. So Bill's got a giant parlay set up. So put about $10 on this, okay? It should pay you about $500. All right. He's got Q-Labia, Buckley, Joaquin, and then he's got Jackson, Blanchfield, Shizurkakan, the minus 600, Wrong, RONG, Mata, Baum, and Pennington. That is a giant parlay. Okay, so rewind, listen to all those names, pick those guys. His number 2 parlay is Baum, Jackson, Buckley, Q-Labia, and Smith. His locks are what Vegas says is the Armenian. The Armenian's a lock, and then Q-Labia and Jackson. His DraftKings sleeper is Arroyo or Spahn. He said both of those guys will earn you points. Joe, what do you say about those picks?
Listen, I like where Bill's going with the creativity, but I tell you what, this is where this is as adventurous on this card as I'll get. Blanchfield, I like. Jackson, Montel Jackson, Blanchfield. Take them in the early prelims. You want to parlay them and test this out before the main card? Go ahead. But I like Blanchfield, Montel Jackson, Kutalaba, and Mandy Bohm.
There you go. There's Joe's parlay. Joe, who's your DraftKings sleeper again? Say it again.
Mandy Bohm. She's plus 100 right now, and I like her to finish.
Thank God we can talk about the NFL now because this is where I come to shine. So I'm already way up on the year, and it's only week 2. So I won my pick'em league. I went 11-5 last week. I went 2 for 4 on locks. Okay, which I don't like that. That means I lost 2 locks. And I can make excuses for all of them, but I won't. But what I did hit, I hit every underdog I told you to pick, and I hit both of those last week. So that parlay hit big because I went money line on both of them, and that included Las Vegas at the end. So, Joe, because I can't see you and I can't read your face, I'm gonna go.
I'm enjoying that part.
I'm gonna go off the list here that I got, and then I'll ask you what you got. I told you to pick Washington. All right, to win on Thursday.
Horse shit. You said Washington minus 3.5.
No, I'm talking to Joe. I'm talking about what I said on Facebook. That thing that we do with the media company that we have. So I was like, bet Washington tonight. So all right, so I got one. I got Washington. Now we lost the spread. I only give you the locks on the spread.
What did Trigger Joe say? What was Trigger Joe's pick?
You picked
a little bit low. I like the over, right?
Yeah, you liked that over, but there was 22 penalties in that game. All right, it was disgusting.
Listen, I'll go ahead and roll into what I was going to say when we wanted to start the NFL. Washington, go after yourself. Now, what the referees did in that game should be punishable by a felony of 5 to 10 years.
Yes.
Nevertheless, you failed, Washington. You cost us money, and you're out. Okay, I'm not betting you anymore.
Yeah, especially Tyler Heineke did okay. What I didn't like is how did Del Rio not change his play calling when he was only rushing 4 because he had 4 first-round draft picks. He had 4 first-round draft picks, right? And they're on the defensive line. And he's rushing 4, which makes sense, right? Because they're 4 first-round draft picks. And I can now drop 7 into coverage against 4. Right? And so how the hell were the Giants receivers that wide open when you're dropping 7 into coverage, relying on your front 4? Okay, so that's what, and then that and the penalties that killed drives, killed points. It was terrible. It's also what hurt us on a lock last week against Minnesota and the Bungles. Okay, Perry's team picked up a big win. However, the Minnesota Vikings had 12 penalties for 160 yards, right? And they also had, I think it was like 6 holding penalties when they were in the Bengals territory and took them out of field goal range. So that, whatever. But let's get on to this week. We got to get going here.
Let's roll into it. Nick, I got Cincy at Chicago, 1 o'clock. Let's go. What is Chicago? Chicago is plus 2.5?
Yeah, I got him at 2.
So Cincy's plus 2.5.
Yeah, I got the Bears giving up 2 when I put my bet in. Now, this is one of my locks. So you take the Bears as long as it doesn't get over 3. All right. The Bears played very well against the Rams. All right. And it's a revenge game. The Ginger, Andy Dalton, is going after Cincinnati. All right. And this time he has a defense. All right. Chicago has a defense. And that's what should scare you about Los Angeles. Los Angeles did that to that defense. And again, something you got to take into betting consideration again with the NFL, which is very difficult to bet on, is home field advantage is back. All right, it is back, and it proved it with a freaking fury last week. All right, that's why you saw some underdogs, and now there's a lot of scared money in Vegas. And I'm gonna tell you how to get on top of that at the end. So stick around. And I'll tell you how to get on top of how scared Vegas is right now of these lines. I have a 9-teamer set up with favorites and then money line at the end because everything's a 3-point because Vegas has no clue and neither do the people betting on it. So except for me, I made money. So I got the Bears absolutely covering 2.5 at home. All right, absolutely covering 2.5 at home. So that's a lock. Joe, what's the next
one? No, totally agree. I think the Bears are going to shut that shit down. We got Houston going in to receive an absolute drubbing from Cleveland. But go ahead with your pick.
I said something about Houston last week, didn't I, Joe?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. I said Houston did a lot of things.
Cleveland minus 13.
They did a lot of things in the offseason. And they acquired 3 running backs. So it was very clear what they are going to do. All right. They're going to control the game. run the ball, open it up after that happens. And then the emotion was on Jacksonville. All right. So it's not a bad bet here to take Houston getting 13. But if I had to bet, I'm not touching this game. If I had to bet, I'm going Browns money line. All right. And like, if you had to throw them in a parlay somewhere, do it, because Houston scares me. They do. They don't scare me as a contender by any means, but they scare me as a team that is going to cover spreads. So just be careful with that. Joe, you got anything on that?
I mean, Houston's made their own bed. You know, the NFL, it's a different game. These guys are fickle. They're grown men. If you don't talk to them the right way, they're not going to play for you. Okay. And when you see Deshaun Watson, scumbag, yes or no, question.
It's not him. It's Tyrod Taylor playing, bro.
I know, but I'm saying when you see how bad he wanted out, okay, that more than what his history is or anything else speaks to me about the culture there.
Yeah, well, it's all changed. New coach, everything, bro.
These guys aren't going to go out there and bleed for this. And the Cleveland Browns, these guys love their head coach. They're going to go out and so I like Cleveland money line. It does terrify any line minus 13 in the NFL.
Any team that can run the ball should scare you against the spread because they can control the game.
They can wear the clock.
They can control the game.
Cleveland money line is the right call.
So
this game. Will they win it by 13? I have no fucking clue. But
I think they probably will, but I'm not betting on it. Let's just put it that way. So what do you got? What's next?
Money line in your parlay. All right, so we got my boy Matt Stafford and the Rams going into Indianapolis to abuse the Colts.
Right. So I wanted to call this a lock, but the Colts showed me a little bit, and the reason I locked against the Colts last week with the Seahawks was because the Colts weren't ready for the season. Now the Colts might be ready for the season. They might have had their wake-up call. All right, so
they're plus 3.5 right now at home.
Right, I'm going to go Rams money line on this one. I wouldn't touch it. Again, NFL is really hard to pick, and especially with the away games going, I'm not touching this one. But if I did put it in the parlay, minus 3.5 money line. I got to go Rams money line because Indy's got a good defense, but the Rams are good. If the Rams blow out the Colts, that's the team in the NFC. That's the team that is the team in the NFL. If they go into India and blow them out. Joe, what do you got?
Buffalo. Well, no, I got LA. I got LA covering.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I'm like I said, I'm not betting.
Wheelhouse. UFC's not your wheelhouse, but I like Stafford went 350, chewed up the Bears. I think he's going to do the same thing to the Colts. I think Carson Wentz is a fluke, and I like the Rams to win by 10.
Yeah, I'm not betting on that game because, like I said, home field advantage has what it has. You saw the
I'll
Lions
be doing all my bets on the UFC,
down.
and I'll be doing all my bets on college football.
You think the Lions scored 22 points in San Francisco in the last 15 minutes? I don't think so. So like
I did bet it, did I not?
But they were at home. So like I said, home field advantage is back.
We got Buffalo. Hey, this is the fucking game here, son. We got Buffalo going to Miami.
Right. So I like Miami over New England last week, and we hit that one. Miami has that defense that gives you up between the 20s, so they'll let you kind of do whatever you want, and then in the 20s they shut it down.
Miami plus 3 at home, buddy.
Right. The reason why is, I'm going to tell you this: I take the Bills minus 3 because when you get in between the 20s, when you got a dynamic quarterback like Josh Allen, that's when that defense doesn't work. Okay, so the Dolphins defense will break here, and I think I'm going to take the Bills winning by more than 3. So it's not a lock, but you can bet the Bills minus 3. What do we got next?
Oof. We got New England. Oh, gross. Heading to the Jets.
Yeah, I gotta find this game out here because you're going a little bit out of my order.
Well, I'm rolling down ESPN's order.
Yeah. You gotta go. I'm not betting
The
anything.
Jets +6.
Right. So you got the NFC East is like the worst thing to bet on. Period. Like they suck. It's like the AFC East. It's just like the NFC East of last year. You got no idea who's going to show up. All right, and I got to go with New England on that one. I would go New England money line. That's what I would do with that. But I wouldn't touch that one. I wouldn't have it in a parlay. I would just watch that game as like for fun. So
That game
what
is
do you got?
gross.
Oh, Buddy Beckwith says Bama by 21. Well, they're favored
Bama by 21 against who? Against Florida?
Florida, 13 and a half.
That's probably a good call.
Yeah, they're 13 and a half right now.
Yeah, no, I like Bama to cover the 13 and a half all the way. Oh, by the way, the Big Earl smashes the NFL. We're going to eventually start a show when we invade the college roundtable or ring knocker radio with a bunch of NCOs that smash them in college football.
Yeah, they got no idea what they're talking about.
It's happened.
That's
My
right.
camera's on. That's all right. It doesn't matter.
So what's the next game, Joe?
Gordon. We got the Niners against Philly at home.
And Philly is a home.
Niners minus
Philly,
3.
Philly is a home dog. All right. So if you got the chance to get the bet in, that money's going to flip here soon. It's going to be a pickup by the end of the week. Rasheed Mosert's out, and that 49ers lost another guy. All right. So they're going to go on the road, and they're going to play in Philly. Philly has a team. They don't have a great team, but they got a team. And again, I'm going to go Philly. Take +3. Take Philly +3. Trust me, take it. Not a lock, but put that in the parlay. It's happening. And if you want to take Philly money line, then that even boosts your odds up even more. It's not one of my locks.
Greenlaw is definitely out. Armstead's questionable.
Yeah.
Mosley's
banged up.
doubtful. Moster's out. So
Out.
Yeah,
He's out.
yeah. Frisco's banged up, man.
Yep. So this is a time to take advantage of that. This is where that scared money comes into play. So what's next, Joe?
We got the Las Vegas Raiders going into Pittsburgh.
All right. Now, when the injury report came out for Baltimore, I texted Joe. I was like, hey, man, freaking dude, take Las Vegas money line all day. So and Las Vegas outplayed them. Lamar Jackson is probably one of the best football players on the planet. So it's hard to ever bet against Lamar Jackson, but he's got nobody on offense right now. And I was putting it on Facebook. I said, hey, it's only a matter of time before Lamar gets, frustrated and he starts to try to do more. And that's when mistakes happen. And yeah, he fumbled twice. But again, Lamar, you played your heart out and you did everything you could for that team. And David Carr beat you in the end. So, but that's where the scared money comes into play again. So you have the Steelers who just went into Tampa. I mean, not into Tampa, into Buffalo. Excuse me. Into Buffalo and beat Buffalo with a special teams touchdown. That's huge, right? People don't understand that. Whenever you score on special teams, you just flip the spread. Now, if a team's that much better than you, then it is what it is. But Pittsburgh got a punt block for a touchdown. Pittsburgh is always going to be good because they have leadership, period. And I'm not talking about on the field as a player. I'm talking about Mike Tomlin. Yeah. All right, so, they're going to be ready to play. And here's the scared money. You got the Steelers -6. Why? Because they're a better team. So I take if I have to bet, I take the Steelers at 6. Otherwise, if it's in a parlay, you take Steelers money line. Joe, you got anything on that or the next game?
I got them 6 on the hook.
Yeah.
And Vegas makes me a little bit nervous. Right. I don't know if I bet this game with the spread. But if I'm going money line, I'm going with you. I'm going Steelers money line.
Right. So I say take them, give it up 6, but I'm not making that a lock. But it'll make your parlay fun. That's for sure.
We got a fucking divisional rivalry. I mean, I lived down there in Charlotte, North Carolina for quite a while. Boy, they hate the Saints and they hate the Falcons, and they got New Orleans, who just, I mean, I'd never seen anything quite like that happen to the Packers. It was embarrassing to watch.
Well, hey, I
wish
I could talk about it more, but I told you I was going to get the hangry text here in a second. So we got to start running through these games because the hangry texts are coming.
Yeah.
All
right.
So yeah, the Saints, the Saints had
minus 3.5 going into
the Saints had about 6 positions that they were fighting for in the preseason. The Packers had 0 positions that were up for challenge. Right. So what does that mean? The Saints came in there ready to fire. We had a quarterback that's doing namaste and all this kind of stuff and blah, 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 whatever. Packers, they got their ass whipped. And that's why I told you on the show, I said, I'm not making the Packer game a lock whatsoever. But the Saints are good. The Panthers are really good at home. But the Saints minus 3.5, I got to go with the Saints. I mean, their defense is just too good. So next game, Joe.
No, agreed. We got Denver going into Jacksonville. Denver minus 6. Jacksonville is 6-point dogs at home. And
6-point dogs at home. Yes.
It should be 20.
It should be. This is another lock. Denver is going to break.
Fucking Denver.
Denver.
Life on it.
I told you guys this when they got their quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater. He doesn't lose. Okay. He's not a dynamic guy. He's not going to take your franchise to the next level.
He's not going to lose the game though either.
But he ain't going to lose the game. And when you got a defense, which Washington defense was supposed to be great, and they gave up 27 points. Right? Broncos went on the road and shut them down. Shut them down. So yeah, Saints minus 3. I mean, not Saints.
Denver.
Denver
minus 6.
Denver minus 6. Take it. Bet it. Put $25 on it. Next game.
We got Minnesota going to Arizona at the start of the 4:00 games.
All right, another lock. Cardinals minus 3. Take it. Minnesota's a good team. All right, they're dangerous, but minus 3 that's where that scared money comes in because even Vegas knows that Minnesota's a much better team than they showed against the Bengals. So. But yeah, Cardinals, what they did to Derrick Henry, I got to take him. And I got to make him a lock and until they prove me wrong. So Arizona, minus 3, lock it in. What's next?
We got Atlanta going to Tampa Bay. And unless Tampa Bay's favored by 20, I like Tampa Bay.
Right. Minus 12.5. Here's the problem. This is why I don't touch games like this. As much as I like to say it, but NFL coaches, much like the good college coaches, they don't show their whole scheme in a game like this. So don't be surprised if this is a little bit of a dogfight for about 3 quarters.
Nick, I like the over in this one, man. I like over 51.5.
Yeah, so do I.
Slang it. They got the skill positions.
So obviously take Bucks money line, but that's probably like plus minus 6,000.
Minus 800 right now.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you take them money line here because this is a game where Tampa probably doesn't show a lot of their blitz packages. That's just my opinion. So what's the next?
We got Dallas going in to Los Angeles to play the Chargers.
Now, Dallas has not played good in LA. Okay, but like I said last week, I said Dallas has their all pros back. And what you saw last week was another running back getting paid a lot of money and Ezekiel Elliott doing nothing. All right. And Amari Cooper.
Did he go to college?
I went to Ohio State, I believe.
Yeah, that's why you're fucking the bum.
So Ohio State, you done, son.
Jeffrey Okudah, number 3 draft pick. Lions picked him. He's a fucking bum.
Yeah.
He's a bum. Haskins, bum. I mean, I can keep going, but I won't.
Yeah. And, but they have beat Michigan in the last 15 years.
Well, that's true, but they don't translate to the NFL. Those kids go there to play football, not school.
But yeah, I definitely got the Cowboys as a lock for an upset.
See, me too.
All right, so take Dallas money line over the Chargers because they got better players. Dallas has better players.
They're plus one.
They don't perform.
I agree with the Big Earl on this one all day. Take Dallas. Yep. I just don't think.
Take a money line. Take a money line. Fuck the points. So
plus one.
All right, here we go. What we got?
All right, let's go. Tennessee going to Seattle, and if it's anything like what we saw last week, I don't like the odds.
See, here's the problem again. Tennessee did not play in the preseason. They didn't play their starters, nothing like that. So I can see Tennessee rebounding here a little bit, and Seattle always comes out hot. And I hate Pete Carroll. I said it last week. Pete Carroll has an offense that.
I think Pete Carroll's wife hates Pete Carroll. I mean,
well, right, because like after 6 weeks, I can tell you what he's going to run next play, and
so can Malcolm Butler.
Yeah, but yeah, so I got Seattle money line here. I wouldn't touch that one at all. So I don't like that game. I don't like it at all. It's a trap game. 6.5. That's why that freaking half is there.
We got a sexy one at 8 o'clock. I'll tell you that. We got the Chiefs going into Baltimore.
I really wanted to love this
Chiefs giving up 3.5. Over under 54.5.
I really, really wanted to love this game, and I can't. Why? Because the injury report. Baltimore is a broken down, beat stepchild.
For the fuck's sake, I'm looking at the injury report right now, and
it's
Kansas
fucking
City,
atrocious.
Like Harbaugh, where they don't report anybody, and Baltimore has got a fucking wall of names, dude. It's not good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs here as a lock. I got 2 road locks, bro. That's tough for me. That's tough for me to do.
You like the Chiefs to cover 3.5?
The Chiefs are gonna fucking destroy Baltimore. And I don't know if Lamar makes it out of this game. I honestly don't know if he makes it out. Because he's gonna be like losing his shit trying to make something happen. And it's just gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. So Chiefs are a lock, and also take the over. Take the over on this game. Because Lamar Jackson will make plays. He will make plays. He's the best player on the planet. Now.
Oh my God, Nick, who is playing on Monday night?
We got the Packers and Detroit Lions
going to Green Bay. Holy shit.
Now, my favorite season of all time.
My analysis is done. Nick, go ahead.
I wish I could see your screen right now because I always like to bring out the fact that there has been a season in my lifetime where the Packers beat the Lions twice in 1 year and never led in a single second of regulation. Think about that.
Happened. I don't need to.
They never led in a single second of regulation.
Yeah.
Now, the Packers favored by a ton. So this is where I'm going to get into my last bet, and I got to go take the wife to dinner. She is pissed right now. They make the Packers your money line bet on your parlay.
Don't bet them to cover that spread.
You bet the Packers money line, okay? And this is what I'm doing. I'm about to give you my 9-teamer, okay? I'm going to give you my 9-teamer.
Yeah.
There's scared money. There's scared money in Vegas right now. So if you were to put $20 on every favorite this week, you'd probably do pretty well with the spread. So here's my 9-teamer. I got the Saints -3. I got Chicago -2. I got Buffalo -3. I got the Rams -3. I got the Broncos -6. I got the Cardinals -3. Dallas +3.5. Kansas City Chiefs -3. And the Packers money line. So when I hit those first freaking 8 games, I'm going to put $600 on Detroit to cover. And then hopefully at both those bets because nobody likes Detroit anymore. You guys are all socialists. So there you have it. And then this Saturday, tomorrow, make sure you check us out live at 1400 Eastern Time on the Veteran Trash Talk Hour. We are going to have 3 members from some kind of podcast that these guys do, the Veterans Access or Action Council. All right, we're going to talk to them.
We'll let them know what kind of podcast they do.
I mean, we're going to find out what they do, and then we're going to promote them because that's what we do. We promote veteran-owned businesses. If you got a veteran-owned business, hit us up. We'll promote you for free. See you tomorrow, 1400 Eastern Time. Fuck off, Joe. Detroit's going to lose.